Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We've got video of a team of destructive thieves smashing their way into a Warren small business.
You're going to get yourself in, you can't get yourself out. Maybe you deserve to get trapped.
But they did not plan on what happened once they smashed inside.
More rain on the way, but this time it's going to stack up. Why we're expecting inches by the end of the weekend.
The wait is over. After 2 years of speculation, the Mueller report is released.
There was no evidence of the Trump campaign collusion with the Russian government's hacking.
But as President Trump claims victory, Democrats are demanding to see what's behind the redactions. Thanks for being here at 5 o'clock. Reaction to the release of the Mueller report has been swift and deeply divided.
This is what we know. The 448-page report contains nearly 1,000 redactions. It details what the special counsel says were the president's efforts to stop the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, but stops short of saying the Trump campaign colluded with the Russian government.
And when the Mueller report was delivered to Congress today, it was done in a decidedly old-fashioned, albeit reliable way. This is video of the exchange of this morning, an aide hand-delivering it to Capitol Hill on a CD-ROM, leaving a whole bunch of people actually scrambling to make sure their computers had disk drives. Blaine Alexander is following a wild day in Washington.
Well, Jason, that report is 448 pages long, and it sheds new light on what the special counsel found. Nearly 2 years in the making, Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report is finally public with redactions. According to the report, when President Trump learned that Mueller had been appointed in May of 2017, he panicked, launching an expletive, saying, "Oh my God, this is terrible. This is the end of my presidency." In Mueller's 448-page report, he details several examples of potential obstruction of justice, including the firing of FBI Director James Comey and one instance where the president directed then White House lawyer Don McGahn to order Mueller's firing. McGahn refused. The report says that the president's efforts were mostly unsuccessful, largely because the people around him declined to carry out orders. But that does not exonerate him, Mueller writing, "If we had confidence that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state." Still, President Trump declaring victory.
I'm having a good day, too. It was called "No Collusion, No Obstruction."
Mueller found no criminal conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russia, something highlighted today by Attorney General William Barr, echoing a frequent phrase from the president.
As he said from the beginning, there was, in fact, no collusion.
That not sitting well with Democrats, also upset the president's lawyers got a look at the report earlier this week, days before Congress.
The special counsel made clear that he did not exonerate the president, and the responsibility now falls to Congress to hold the president accountable for his actions.
Strengthening their calls to see the full report without redactions. Now, Barr will testify before Congress early next month. Meanwhile, Democrats are intensifying their calls for the special counsel to come to Capitol Hill. Today, Barr said that he has no problem with Mueller testifying. In Washington, I'm Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
All right, Blaine, and reaction has been pouring in from our local elected officials.
Republican Paul Mitchell, who represents Northern Macomb and St. Clair counties, said in a statement, quote, "Throughout the investigation process, I was encouraged by the bipartisan faith in Mueller's integrity and ability. And I am glad Attorney General William Barr released the report to the public to the fullest extent possible under law," end quote.
If you'd like to read the full redacted version of the Mueller report, we've posted all 448 pages of it to clickondetroit.com. You can find the link right there on the homepage.
Our other top story tonight, only on Local 4, thieves break into a Warren business but end up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
Sure did. Check out the security camera video of it. You can see that white truck smash through the fence at the business at Sherwood and 9 Mile, but right after that is when things got a little tricky for them. Let's bring in Sean Lane. Sean, these guys actually ended up getting trapped inside?
Trapping themselves for a few short moments. Follow me this way, I'll show you. These guys use a truck to push over, break in through this fence. The fence popped right back up, so as I say, for a few moments, they were stuck inside. What did you think when you saw them, when they couldn't get out?
I laughed.
Ron Gerst is having the last laugh.
I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, if you're that stupid that You're going to get yourself in, you can't get yourself out. Maybe you deserve to get trapped.
About the trio of thieves that targeted his forklift repair shop in Warren Saturday night.
You feel violated?
Security cameras show the crew ramming a truck through the business's back fence.
So this was all laid down.
And when it was time for them to make their getaway, they got stuck on that fence they just broke through.
They went to leave. They couldn't get out because they had bent the poles down. So the two guys got out of the truck and they were jumping on the gate, the fence, so he could drive out.
Other cameras,
it's frustrating,
capturing good looks at the people involved.
It's the whole gamut of emotions.
Here's another look at the truck they are using. Here's another look at the driver snooping around and climbing over fences here. Bottom line, Ron says they should have come by during business hours.
If we had a job, we'd give them to them.
Back here, like Ron says, he believes the thieves were after some of the employee cars that are locked in the back here, but they couldn't get any started. Then they went after the scrap metal that's in the dumpster there. It's too big. Forklifts here also too big to steal. So they were here for quite a long time, Karen and Jason, and they didn't get a thing. Back to you.
Yeah, Sean, has Ron had any problems like this before?
A stolen truck, but not a break-in like this at all. Police now have his video. They're looking at it and looking for these guys.
All right, hopefully they catch him. Thanks.
Well, a crash involving a moped and truck has turned deadly in Garden City. Take a look at the scene from Sky 4. This happened this afternoon on Industrial Road near Vinoy. Police tell us the moped driver was killed, and we don't know exactly what caused the crash, but Garden City police are investigating tonight.
Let's take a look at the radar, and when you do, you don't like to see all that green, that's for sure, and worries that we could see some storms as we head into tonight.
Let's get over to Ben, and it has been a busy week so far for you, Ben.
Yeah, so far, Karen and Jason, we've had chances of rain, but the rain amounts have been pretty light. That's all going to change as we go into the upcoming weekend. Yes, we could see thunderstorms tonight. We're not anticipating anything severe. It really is the amount of water that we're looking at that's going to be the problem going forward. In fact, when you look at the next 2 days, we're going to solidly be in a 1 to 2 inch range, with some of us getting over 2 inches of rain by the time the widespread stuff is done early on Easter Sunday morning. Temperatures have been on our side today, but with clouds and rain around, it's not been all that enjoyable. Mid-60s there at 6 o'clock. We'll slide into the 50s here by midnight. Could be some thunder, but showers will be the biggest part of our Friday night. Could be some flooding concerns also this weekend. We'll look at that, and of course your holiday weekend forecast in just minutes. Jason?
All right, Ben, now to an update on yesterday's raid at the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office. Today, Michigan State Police confirmed 1 search warrant was served as part of an investigation into forfeiture funds. There are questions over how Prosecutor Eric Smith used money seized in DUIs and drug busts. It's supposed to go to law enforcement. Police don't have an idea when the investigation will be finished. They will be turning it over to Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, and we asked her about the investigation today.
The Michigan State Police obviously executed these search warrants. They have all the materials, and they'll take as much time as is needed to review the materials.
During a press conference yesterday, Smith said his office is fully cooperating with investigators.
Well, it seems like it could be easily murder, but Detroit investigators are working to determine exactly how a man died and if a fire that destroyed 2 homes was set intentionally. This happened on South Liebold near I-75 and the Schaefer Highway in southwest Detroit. As Nick Monticelli reports, neighbors want to know how and why this man died.
This fire was absolutely devastating, starting in this home and then spreading to the next. You can see what is left, really nothing of these 2 homes here. But the real story is even further here on the right-hand side in the backyard. This is where the victim was found. The question, though, right now is, was he killed and put here, and then the fire was set intentionally?
I think it's terrible. It's heartless. Who would set somebody on fire? It's heartless. I think it's terrible.
Those in charge of the homicide investigation after this morning's fire on Liebold aren't calling this murder yet, but the neighbors are convinced.
It's kind of scary living down the street, you know. I ain't never had any problems over here, but I will pay attention a little bit closer to what's going on.
This fire was called in around 2 a.m., but burned for hours, spreading to the home next door. Soon, firefighters realized there was a body in the backyard, turning this into a crime scene. All they know about the victim is that it's a white man. Early on, it was thought he was mutilated, but now an arson detective believes the victim's body fell apart in the intense heat of the fire. But how that man got back here, if he was killed intentionally, and if the fire was set on purpose, is what they have to figure out.
Whenever you hear about somebody just dying, period, man, no matter the skin color, the complexion, it's just sad, period, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, nobody need to lose their life.
On Detroit Southwest Side, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Because the victim's body was so badly burned, identifying him could take a while, which then will make figuring out exactly how this happened much more difficult for investigators, but we'll stay on top of things.
Road rage sparks a shooting on I-75 downriver, and now police need your help to track down the shooter. A 16-year-old boy told police his car was shot at on the southbound side between Allen Road and Sibley. It happened in BROWNSTOWN Township at around 11 last night. No one was hurt. The shooter was in a dark gray Dodge Caravan with a Rhode Island license plate.
CMU's longtime gymnastics coach has been fired after the university claims he told a student athlete to lie about concussion symptoms. An internal investigation found Coach Jerry Reigard repeatedly ignored the school's medical staff on student athlete injuries. The investigation started in February after the allegation that Reigard told a student athlete to lie to medical staff. Reigard had been on leave since February. CMU said it would self-report what happened to the NCAA, which could result in violations against the school.
Police say he shot a 16-year-old in the head, but now we're learning there's much more to this story.
New here at 5, what prosecutors claim this man did moments after allegedly pulling the trigger.
And there's a brand new bit of evidence that may just hold the key into what caused the fire that destroyed Notre Dame Cathedral. Hey.
Protecting pets and consumers from illegal puppy mills here in the state. I'll show you what Michigan's Attorney General is doing right now to shut them down. New tonight.
New at 6.
New information coming to light about a Detroit school teacher placed on leave and under investigation. New at 6, you might be surprised by what a mother who's close to this case is saying.
Plus, we first showed you these dramatic images last night when a chase ended in a pileup involving several cars. New at 6, we're going back to the scene and speaking with one of the first people to see exactly what happened and hit record.
Michigan's Attorney General talking about puppy mills and pet scammers who are selling you sick animals.
Today, Dana Nessel addressed the problem and solutions at the Michigan Humane Society. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester joins us. And Hank, this is a growing problem.
It is, unfortunately, and the internet has only really made things much worse. The Attorney General's office has heard complaints from all over the state, heartbroken consumers, and now Dana Nessel is taking action. Dogs, cats, and controversy, and today Michigan's Attorney General speaking out about a big, sometimes hidden problem. Scammers preying on those of you looking for a family pet, but ending up with a sick animal, or worse yet, taken by thieves just looking for your cash.
I think the saddest stories to me are people who, purchase these puppies and think that they're getting a healthy animal, and then the animal ends up being incredibly sickly.
Dana Nessel's office hearing from consumers who were scammed, emotions running high, and some left brokenhearted and without money.
The complaints that we've received this year, we received a couple regarding the health of the puppies. We've received some that have to do with the actual puppy scams, where consumers have paid money and they never received the puppy.
The internet making it easy for some scammers to post photos of adorable-looking cats and dogs. They entice you to make a quick payment to secure an animal, and then they vanish. Nessel's team now wants to hear from you about the scammers, and the plan now is to go after them legally.
These scams include puppy mills that sell a puppy that is different than described, or take money online for a pet that doesn't even exist at all.
If you're looking to add a pet to your family, try to adopt from an animal shelter, or if you're working with a local breeder, visit them in person. See the dogs available before you hand over any money. That advice tonight from the Humane Society and also from the AG's office that's been fielding all these complaints.
So it's got to be hard, I would assume, for investigators to track down the scammers, or not?
It is, and it's mainly because a lot of them are online, and you know the deal. Once they get your cash, they're kind of gone. So the AG wants to hear from people who've been victimized, and they're trying to track down those responsible.
Yeah. Thank you, Hank.
Sure.
All right, let's get a check of the forecast. You saw the radar a few minutes ago, and man, it's busy again.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've seen rain chances pretty much the entire week, but a lot of us have only picked up about 1/10 of an inch of rain. Now we're going to possibly get 10 times that
Oh my goodness.
this weekend.
I feel bad because a lot of people do have outdoor plans for the holiday.
They do, yeah. And the good news is Easter Sunday looks like the driest of the stretch. The question is, will it be completely dry? We'll talk about that in a second. Here's the other problem, other than the water we're watching this weekend, and it's the winds. We've seen, of course, down here in Lake Erie just a few days ago where we had that onshore flow cause flooding here. Well, tomorrow through Saturday, it's the northeast winds that could cause some onshore flooding along the Lake Huron shoreline. So if you're in Sanilac, St. Clair County near the lake, be aware of those strong winds possibly causing some minor flooding there for the next couple days. The other thing we're watching tonight, thunderstorm possibilities. And even though we're starting to see a small line of some at least heavy rain, hadn't seen any lightning strikes with this line has moved through parts of Livingston County into Oakland County right now, but that's definitely going to give us a downpour, at least a quick one, as it moves off to the east. Last night, thunderstorms were out. If you were especially in our south zone, this came to us from LaSalle on storm pins, and we may be seeing more of that lightning tonight. Nothing severe, but it's just going to add to those totals as far as the amount of water that we're looking at going into the weekend. 69 right now at City Airport, also at Mount Clemens. A couple of us snuck up to 70 degrees, but you can already start to see that colder air working in. 50s out here in Howell and Flint. And we're headed down to some chilly numbers tonight. In fact, highs tomorrow, just not recovering anywhere near what we had today. Let's time out the rain, and as we get later into the nighttime hours, this rain becomes more widespread. It's generally going to be scattered for the first part of the nighttime hours, but getting into Friday, going into the morning commute, we're just going to get soaked here for the drive into work. And this has been very consistent among all the computer models for the last several days. It's going to be the biggest push of water we're looking at. After lunchtime, the stuff gets pretty scattered, but it does come back as we get into Friday evening. And then once we get into Saturday, the best chance of rain is going to be late morning into the early part of the afternoon. And we'll be seeing that rain start moving through at that point as well. Otherwise, temperatures, this is as good as it gets. Friday lows are going to be probably close to about 9 or 10 a.m., not right before sunrise where we normally see those. 42 in the city, 43 for an official low temperature. Down in our south zone, we're looking at 40s also for lows, but there'll be spots that get down as low as the 30s for temperatures tomorrow morning. This is Fenton, Flint, 39. Clarkston, you'll probably be at that number as well. And most of our north zone will be in the 30s for lows. And again, that's going to be probably closer to about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Highs only getting to 48 after that cool start. And most of those downpours are going to be in the morning. Here comes Easter Sunday. We've put a sprinkle possible in there, but it does look like most of that day is going to be dry. Even if there is a shower that shows up, it's not going to last very long. So hopefully the bunny hides the eggs in some very dry spots.
With little umbrellas, perhaps.
There you go.
Them.
Yeah.
If you have any dry spots left in the yard, yeah.
Take them off the Mai Tais, put them on the Easter.
I like that kind of bunny. Let's send it over to Dr. McGeorge.
Decluttering can lead to a tidier home, but it may also bring you a happier life.
And once it's clear, you're able to concentrate, see things a little bit better. Anything is possible, which can bring joy to someone.
I'll show you the unexpected benefits getting organized can have on your family's mental health.
Okay, Doc. At first, they thought it was just a buoy out on the ice. It definitely wasn't, and it left them no choice but to spring into action. An adorable rescue coming up next. Across Michigan tonight, we're following stories from Traverse City and Flint.
Let's start in Flint right now, and that's where a Canadian man convicted of terrorism after nearly killing an airport officer learned how long he will spend behind bars. A judge sentenced Amor Fatui to life in prison. Fatui drove 1,000 miles to Flint Bishop Airport and repeatedly stabbed an officer. Federal investigators say he wanted to grab the officer's gun and then start a mass shooting. Investigators also believe he wanted to be killed so his family could collect life insurance.
Also in Flint, 4 of the 5 teens who pleaded guilty in connection with a deadly rock-throwing incident along I-75 were back in court today. Today, the judge had a hearing to see if the teens will be sentenced as juveniles or adults. Defense attorneys have outlined a proposal to have them in a juvenile facility until they are 21. Prosecutors and the family of Kenneth White, the man killed in October of 2017, want to see the teens sentenced as adults. And finally, in Traverse City, 2 dogs are rescued after being trapped on a buoy in the middle of a lake.
2 men were doing some spring cleanup when they noticed the 2 dogs stuck on that buoy. It was about 100 yards offshore. So the men grabbed a boat from the yard and paddled into the lake to rescue them. Look at those cuties. Both men both say they were pretty surprised in how the dogs ended up there.
Shocked at first, and then once we realized that it was dogs, we just jumped into action to get them, because if that was our dog, we would want them.
Nice.
The dogs have been checked out. They're back home with their owners tonight.
New at 5:30.
Detroit restaurant is going above and beyond ahead of Easter weekend.
Holidays to me are very important.
The incredible gift neighbors got that's a whole lot more than just Easter dinner.
So I've literally never hit a home run in my adult rec league career, but maybe today's the day.
Keep your hands in.
Okay, so I don't have a future in this, but Brooke does. Her story next.
And police say he shot a 16-year-old in the head and just ran away. Now we're learning there's much more to this story.
Prosecutors say he accidentally shot a 16-year-old in the head and then ran away. We're getting a much clearer picture tonight into the deadly shooting inside this house in Inkster.
Our Rod Maloney shows us why they believe it was a deadly accident and why that's not stopping the suspected shooter from facing some very serious charges.
We now have a clearer picture about the violence that happened at this house over the weekend. But the larger question is, what led to it and how did it happen? That we're still looking to find out. In a chilly and gloomy rain, Michigan State Police descended on this home on Clear Street in Inkster Sunday afternoon. There they found a 16-year-old young man, Darian O'Neill, dead in a back room. He'd been shot in the head. Today, prosecutor Kim Worthy charged 19-year-old Jatez Zaire Hoskins of Ypsilanti with that killing. Police say Hoskins and O'Neill were together in the home when the gun went off. It appears, as police originally had thought, this was a terrible accident. Hoskins shot himself in the hand during the shooting, and upon seeing O'Neill dead, Hoskins ran from the home and went on foot to a nearby hospital. That's where police found him getting medical attention and arrested him there. After his arraignment this morning, he's now charged with involuntary manslaughter and felony firearm. Now, Hoskins is going to have a probable cause hearing next week. They haven't set the prelim just yet. That's where we will probably get more information about what precisely went on in that back bedroom. But again, that hasn't been set. We'll have to wait and see. Back to you.
And Rod, at this point, what did the judge do about bond in this case?
Well, this was not a murder case, so there is bond, but he did set a high one. It's $250,000.
All right. Thank you, Rod. A shootout between the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and a man Wednesday left the man dead and a deputy shot multiple times.
Deputies were following up on a call of domestic violence when the man began shooting at them. He hit one deputy. Deputies fired back, killing him. The injured deputy was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but did survive. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department says the deputies involved are now on leave while an investigation is ongoing into that shooting.
Right now, an 87-year-old bicyclist fighting to survive after being hit by a car. This happened in Westland.
Sky 4 takes us over the scene here. It was around 10 this morning on Ford Road at Wildwood. The road has since reopened. We're told the driver of the car did stop at the scene. The investigators don't believe alcohol played a part in that crash. We'll be sure to update you on the elderly man's condition as soon as we learn more about it.
Parisian prosecutors investigating to see if an electrical short circuit caused the fire at Notre Dame Cathedral. Since Tuesday, at least 40 employees have been questioned. In addition to that, police forensic teams have been there. They've been on the site. They've been starting their inspections. Investigators are also looking at a time-lapse camera. That camera was installed hours before the fire broke out. They're hoping it contains some clues as to what may have caused that fire.
Today, the city of Detroit showed off a $10 million investment to help students prepare for jobs after graduation. This is the newly renovated Bright House Career Tech Center. The Detroit Public Schools Community District has upgraded classrooms, brought in new equipment, and added programs. It was made possible by donations from companies like Quicken Loans, GM, and Ford. The district thinks this will help grow Detroit's economy.
But it's not just about going to college and taking a philosophy class. You may be better with your hands. And this is a skilled trade, hospitality, cosmetology, all of those things where you are servicing someone else. That is a skilled trade, and that is what we're building on and capitalizing on in this city.
The city says the investment is already working. Enrollment is up by nearly 700 students. 50,000 pounds of food can feed a lot of families.
Yeah, it sure can. And that's just how much food one restaurant on Detroit's West Side is giving away for free. That's so every family can enjoy Easter dinner. Kim DiGiulio has the story behind this incredible act of generosity.
This is what the holiday spirit is all about. We're at Views Bar and Grill on the corner of Grand River and Telegraph, where anyone can come here and grab a whole box and fill it with all of these items of food to bring home to their family.
And then we got some one-off meals, you know, quick on the go, pop in the microwave, just real good.
I saw some big old hams over there.
It all started with Darius Statham, the restaurant's owner, and his love of spending time with family on holidays. It turned into 50,000 pounds of free food for the neighborhood.
Holidays to me are very important.
The whole staff at Views teamed up with the Community and Holiday Hope, a nonprofit, to make sure it was going to be a good holiday weekend.
My hat's off to the people that organize everything, and hopefully to be here next year.
People received dinner for Easter and then some.
Got some cereal for my grandbaby.
And of course, we gotta have the Easter baskets for the kids.
This is the second time Views has stepped up to bring food to their community.
Yep, so we did it for Thanksgiving, which was really great.
It's a tradition they'd like to continue twice a year, every year. Also in attendance was Miss Martha Reeves.
You see women with babies, you see pregnant women, you see men, homeless men, you see everything right here, bringing the community together.
And besides feeding the people, bringing the community together is what it's all about.
Just want to be a staple for the community while we're here.
In Detroit, I'm Kim DiGiulio, Local 4.
Yeah, clearly doing a lot of good right at the right time.
I know, and you know, we focus so much usually at Christmas time, but you can't forget this time of year as well for folks.
It's a big day.
Students in Warren here at the City Hall today for a very special ceremony, complete with a big check. The students were joined by Mayor Jim Fouts to donate money that they raised for Warren Police's animal control. Those students are all part of the Warren Student Advisory Committee. It's a partnership between the mayor's office and students. They educate the students and also allow them to participate in programs and activities that help serve the city.
Ruth Mantle Griffey Jr. Nadolny. Meet the home run queen of Michigan. L'Anse Creuse High School softball star Brooke Nadolny is hitting her way into the record books. Our Jamie Edmonds spent the day with a young lady who's keen on the long ball.
When Brooke comes up to the plate, the softballs usually end up somewhere around here. She's the home run queen, not just of L'Anse Creuse, but also the state of Michigan.
This field looks pretty good. Way better than I expected.
It's game day for the L'Anse Creuse Lancers, but even if it weren't, 18-year-old Brooke Nadolny would be out here working.
So we have toss drills. If you want to hit good, you got to swing a lot. So
her workouts are daily. Her routine always the same.
I usually kick the dirt and get rid of all the footprints. That's like a superstitious thing of mine.
Hitting them out of the park, almost a guarantee. Last weekend, Nadolny broke the MHSAA home run record when she hit number 56 and 57. The previous record for softball was 55.
It feels unreal. Like, it just feels like a dream because you never imagine yourself doing something so big.
Nadolny has been playing the game since she was 4 years old. Back then, she was recruited to her older sister's under-10 team. The uniform barely fit. Obviously, through her school and travel teams, this high school senior has grown into her own. The past 3 seasons, she's broken her own record for home runs in a season, and this year she tries for 27. Her Lancers coach is sure happy to have her. I asked, what player is she most like?
is this on camera?
Sometimes teams walk you.
Miguel Cabrera.
You are like Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera 5 or 6 years ago when he was a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
The only problem with hitting them out all the time is going to get them. In Harrison Township, Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
I'm telling you, as a guy with 2 daughters who played
That's
softball,
true,
that
right?
is a great swing.
Yeah, you've got experience.
I'm looking on in awe. The softball team, by the way, is only 5 games into the season, so Nadolny has at least 30 games to go this year. She could really get her home run numbers way up there. The senior is already committed to play next year at Wayne State.
Future looks bright.
Yeah, it does. PGA powerhouses say they're in.
Coming up new here at 5:30, the A-list talent coming to our city's first PGA Tour event.
And that is not supposed to happen. How one small mistake almost cost an electrical worker his life. Hey, Doc.
Decluttering can lead to a tidier home, but it may also bring you a happier life. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll show you the unexpected benefits getting organized can have on your family's mental health.
Law. New at 6.
A mother's heartbreak.
At some point, we're tired. We're tired of seeing our men and our sons who actually care getting killed.
And an extremely cold case.
Plus, a beloved small business is staying in business despite the retirement of its longtime owners. And it's all thanks to someone who just couldn't bear to see this shop close. This one will make you smile, and it's new at 6.
You might be ready to unclutter your life. Studies find getting rid of clutter can not only lead to a tidier home, but also it may bring you a happier life.
You just have to bring yourself to unclutter.
You got to do the work.
You got to do it. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with the unexpected benefits of getting organized.
Well, yeah, Sandra and Jason, you know, the practice of decluttering is actually very trendy right now, spurred on in large part by Marie Kondo's hit show, Tidying Up. But many people who start clearing out their homes, they're finding it not only affects their family's physical space, but also their mental outlook.
This is how it started. And then it moved into all my shoes being in containers. And then I got this shoe organizer.
For realtor Jordan McMakin,
All these hangers had clothes on them that are given away to someone who could actually wear them.
the realization of having too much
I had 6 tie-dye t-shirts. I was like, I might need this for something.
finally set in after constantly telling her clients to declutter.
I figured out this might actually benefit us too.
Once she started,
Took hair accessories from 1,000 to a key 20 pieces.
she discovered more than just organized cabinets.
It really has helped me declutter everything in my life. It's like as soon as I started organizing my closet and my drawers and the kitchen and compartmentalizing everything, there was just clarity with other parts of my life. And I know that sounds strange, but I started getting organized with goals that I needed to do for the day, planning out my week. It just stemmed into all facets of my life.
That actually doesn't sound strange to psychologist Rebecca Corona.
Having a cluttered environment sometimes makes it difficult to see the possibilities. And once it's clear, you're able to concentrate, see things a little bit better. Anything is possible, which can bring joy to someone.
She says the physical act of decluttering can release the same endorphins as exercise, which makes you feel emotionally better. If you've wanted to declutter but haven't found the motivation yet, experts say spring can be the perfect time for a fresh start.
It's part of the renewal of spring. I think it's correlated with the lifting of our moods. We get more active behaviorally, and this is one of the activities.
And once you reach your goals, your space can become an instant de-stressor.
Once we're able to see that we can cope and that we can manage without those belongings, we might feel better. And sometimes even just seeing that stuff makes us anxious.
Supporting the idea that tidying up clears the mess and your mind.
So it's really important to note, clutter is not all bad. In fact, one study found having a clean, orderly desk tends to promote conventional thinking, while having a messy, disorganized desk leads to more creativity and fresh ideas, and maybe that's just my excuse.
I've heard that before, though.
If I just put my junk in a nice, orderly fashion, it's fine.
Yeah, you'll be more creative.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think a lot of people feel like they want to declutter and they want to do this, but they're so overwhelmed because they have so much stuff everywhere.
Yeah, well, you know, the psychologists actually say that it's important to really understand that this process takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and they really suggest that you start with a space that bothers you the most, work on it consistently. The best way to ensure that you're actually going to keep decluttering is to just kind of schedule it on a calendar and hack away at it slowly in areas that matter to you most first. And you'll feel good. You will. I mean, I think all of us feel better when we get rid of junk.
Feel great when you throw those bags out.
Yeah.
Just cleaned out my junk drawer, by the way, yesterday. In the middle of the night.
Wow.
Feels so much better.
See?
If you can handle a junk drawer, you can handle anything.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Doc. Sure. Now here's a look at what we're working on coming up for tomorrow starting at 5.
Facebook. It can be a great way to connect with family and friends, but there are big concerns over privacy. In my Help Me Hank report tomorrow starting at 5, I'll show you what you can do right now to make sure your information remains secure.
Some early commitments already starting to come in for the Rocket Mortgage Classic this summer.
Most notably, the #1 ranked golfer in the world, Dustin Johnson. Other notable names are the two-time Masters champ, Bubba Watson, and 2015 Players champion Ricky Fowler. The Rocket Mortgage Classic is the first ever PGA Tour event to be held in Detroit. It'll take place at the Detroit Gold Club from June 25th to the 30th. More commitments are expected in
Hanson's.
Take a look at an incredibly close call for an electrical worker in New Jersey. After transformers blew in a major storm, he was trying to access a power line he thought was dead. It wasn't. The live lines hit the wet pavement and burst into flames. You can see him run off just in time there. He's kind of in the middle of your screen. Amazingly, he's okay and no one else was hurt in that accident. IndyCar driver Spencer Pigot was in town today to throw out the first pitch at the Tigers game this afternoon.
The Chevy team driver was excited about being in the Motor City to promote the duel in Detroit. And while this wasn't his first ever pitch, it was his first at Comerica Park. His throw, while a little high, he was glad it made it over the plate. Afterwards, he talked about what makes racing in the Detroit Grand Prix so unique.
The track itself, I mean, it's a big challenge. It's very bumpy. It's got a lot of fast corners, slow corners. So to get the car to handle all the different situations around the lap is very difficult. And also there's 2 races, so it's very physically demanding.
This year's Detroit Grand Prix starts on May 31st and it goes until June 2nd. The best part, we are going to have all the coverage for you right here on Local 4.
Indeed we will.
A new Jeopardy champion seems to be breaking records every single time he wins.
This guy's unbelievable. He's the talk of everything. Over the past 10 episodes, James Holzhauer has been on fire, winning his 10th game last night, setting new records. Over the last 10 days, by the way, he's won nearly $700,000.
Incredible.
In 10 days. He's broken the single game record twice. Along the way, he's grabbed the top 4 spots in the single day winnings, not just the top 2 now. With an all-time record of more than $131,000 last night, the professional gambler says his strategy is to start at the bottom of the board. That way he has a lot of money when he hits the double Jeopardy or the daily double questions, and he just bets everything.
Imagine being able to say you're making 70 grand a day.
Well, the thing is, look at Ken Jennings. He was on there for 70+ episodes and he made $2.5 million. He's almost there and he's only been on 10 nights.
What a stretch. It's incredible. Local 4 News at 6 is next.
We got a lot coming up. We're working on stories from Belleville, Detroit, and more. And Sterling Heights as well, where there's concern and a lot of questions over the substance you see in this image. And here's Tim Pamplin.
What the are you serious?
It's the video everyone's been talking about. A scene of absolute pandemonium on the east side.
Oh my goodness.
We'll introduce you to the young lady that shot this viral video.
Local school district sends out a disconcerting robocall.
He's a very loving man. He loves everybody. You know, he helps the family.
And now a teacher is on administrative leave. How are the parents reacting?